So that lady that's getting torn apart on TikTok, she came out with a part two, significantly worse than, well, you watch and then we'll talk about it.
Here's some context. Okay, so boyfriend and I have been together 8 years, and that's because we met really young. I was 20 when we met. Haven't got married simply because neither of us have wanted to yet. And I guess now I know a lot of people wouldn't date someone for 8 years without a ring, and that's totally fine. That's your prerogative, but it works for us. Next thing is that I pay my boyfriend rent. In the past, when we've rented properties together, we've split the rent. Now my boyfriend has purchased a house. I'm still an adult that needs a place to live and pays for the place she lives. I just happen to pay that money to my boyfriend. People are upset that I'm doing this work for free and I'm not gaining equity in this house. Way that I look at it, and he was able to buy this house because that has been a goal of his. I didn't have the ability to take on that risk. I don't see it as my place to reap those gains. To me, it would be weird to not help. Just like a friend helping out. People are gonna have a problem with the fact that I just referred to myself as a friend, but I am my boyfriend's friend. If my boyfriend dumped me tomorrow, yes, the gains in the house would be his, but I can live with that. The other little nuance is that my rent is pretty low. It's definitely low for the size of house we live in and the location that we are. So if it makes you feel better, you could kind of look at it as my rent is subsidized by the work that I do. I'm doing this work because it's fun and it improves the home that I live in. I will now stop talking about our relationship and get back to removing paint from old things. Please give us a follow.
In the most respectful way possible, I will not be giving a follow because I don't want to feel even more stressed than I do every time I open TikTok. Also, hi, my name is Shayna. For those who are new here, I talk a lot about that child-free life that I so deeply enjoy, and about dissentering men. I'm going to say the words of a modern day philosopher. Who this creator is, I do not know, but a man once said that men do not have to lie to women, because if she loves you enough, she will lie to herself. If a man loves you, wants you, respects you, and has the capability to take care of you, he will. No man looks at his dream girl and wants her to feel like a tenant. And honestly, the fact that she threw in that she's paying such a low amount of rent to him, it's sounding like that number is inconsequential. It sounds like he don't really need it, but she's paying it. She's in a position where she has to pay him rent, and it reminds him, oh, she's just temporary. I can get another tenant whenever I want. Now, to me, being in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship for 8 years, it just wouldn't work for me. I know some people that were in that situation for a very long time. Now, were those people also boyfriend, girlfriend when we were in college together or high school together? Yeah. And the way that this woman worded her situation, she makes it sound, it doesn't sound good, but she makes it sound okay, because she has lied to herself to the point of making this situation a version of a dream situation. He didn't have to say anything to her. And somebody, I saw in a comment section somewhere, wait 1 second. This creator on TikTok, Damn Mindy, also I see that Haitian flag. I love that for us. I love that for us. She made a reaction video to this clip, and I saw this one comment. I want to read it to you guys. I told her she must not have good friends because mine would have dragged me out of there. Yeah. Now, the woman who's the 8-year-long girlfriend and tenant and house designer and all that, she turned off her comments for good reason. For good reason. I would also turn off my comments because she's not planning on changing any of this. She just don't want to hear none from anybody, which is fair. But yeah, obviously, because imagine hearing this situation come from your best friend and everybody lets it slide. Everybody says, oh yeah, girl, congratulations. You know what? He loves you so much. And oh, I would imagine nobody grabbing her from her front collar and saying, you listen to me. Absolutely not. Imagine having no close friends. Imagine having no friends that want the best for you. Imagine being surrounded by other women who are also pick-me's. That's the situation that this woman is in. Now, I'm not saying that all her other friends are pick-me's. I'm just saying clearly whoever she considers friends don't want the best for her because they are, I guess, supporting this kind of situation. And that's even if she has friends. And the fact that in that video, this woman says that all of the hard work, all of the effort, all of the not just 8 years, but blood, sweat, and tears equity that she put into that house, into that relationship, it would be fine. Like, not even talking about the relationship, because the house is a physical thing. He can sell that house and get a profit off of the work that she put in. Can't sell a relationship, right? She said, oh yeah, it'll be fine. He can take it, it'll be fine. Imagine thinking so little of yourself. Imagine thinking so little of the work that you do, of the time. Imagine thinking so little of your time, of your energy, that you would just give it away to anybody, to somebody who looks at you as a tenant, who is supposed to be the love of your life. And then imagine being surrounded by people who do not think highly enough of you to know that you deserve better. This is all part of the conversation of decentering men, because clearly this woman has actively made this man the center of her life. She's building his home. She's decorating his home. She's spending her money to make his life better post her. There's a bunch of people in the comment sections that, wherever the comment sections still exist, right, that are saying, oh, his future wife will thank you for the investment that you have put in the house. Yeah, this is like, it's just so upsetting. I would also just like to take a moment to remember this line, this Freudian slip, just like a friend helping out. She knows, she doesn't want to admit it, but she knows that she's just a friend to him. And that he's kind of also maybe she doesn't want to see him as just a friend to her, but she knows how he sees her. She knows how he sees her. And yeah, it's always great to be friends with the person that you're dating. But if you are in an intimate, committed relationship to the point where you've been together for 8 years, to the point where he has bought a house and wants you to live with him, you can't just be friends. You can't just be friends. That has to be your man. That has to be your partner. That has to be your fiance. That has to be something so much more than friends. But they're just friends. But even just being friends, I would like to say that if I had a really good friend, like a friend, and I had the ability to have that friend live with me, and I wasn't like strapped for cash, I wouldn't charge my friend rent. I have friends who also would not charge me rent if I needed to go live with them or if I wanted to go live with them or something like that. I have friends that are actively planning friendship communes somewhere, investing in them. So that way we can build a little house for me with whatever like mega money they're going to come into. And so that way I could just, in my little nomadic lifestyle, pop in, live with them and pop out. Like friends also, like really, really good friends, if they have the ability to, would not charge another good friend rent. This man just don't like her, and she's sticking around for the sake of a man? Like, just to have one? And I can promise you that that man knew how disrespectful that video was to her the moment that she showed it to him. She knew. She knew that it put him, he knew that it put him in the I'm the prize space. When he saw that, he might not have had the words for it, but he must have known how it felt, because nobody could look at that video as the subject of it, not the active person in it, as the subject of it, because she was talking about his stuff, his house. Look at how much my boyfriend has that I am investing into, and not feel inflated. And maybe he didn't even think about how it made her look. Probably didn't, probably never crossed his mind. But he oh my God. And women do this in so many ways. In so many ways. So many women help men raise their children when they're not married, when they're not engaged, when they're barely in a relationship, when they're not in a relationship. So many women help men get up on his feet and build a man. So many women give money to men that are just, and I'm like, ladies, I need all of us to think more highly of ourselves. I need all of us to realize the treasures that we are. I need all of us to look at ourselves and talk to ourselves like we are our best friends. And if we got to be the ones to grab ourselves by the collar and be like, girl, absolutely not, then so be it. Then so be it, because this kind of behavior, the men are not going to improve. The men will not do better. The men will not want to elevate their minds, their spirits, their finance. They will not want to improve if this is the kind of treatment they get. For this is so far below the bare minimum. He's a landlord. Oh. Now, if anybody has any thoughts, comments, concerns, or prayers for homegirl, feel free to type them in the comments. If anybody wants to write some affirmations for the sisters out there that are in a similar headspace, please write them in the comments. If anybody wants to like, share, and subscribe, hey, please. Yeah. I need to go walk this experience out of my body. So I'm gonna talk to you guys later. All right, bye.